WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Welcome to the Btg Morning Show. I am your host, Keisha B, and it is such a pleasure of being here this morning. I am excited for what's to come. I'm excited for the interview today. And if you haven't already, what I need you to do is grab your pens and pencil, because you already know what we do at the beginning of the show. I know y'all see me with my Christmas hat on, right? So look, check this out. It don't fit. So it's just sitting on top of my head for right now. But Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. Happy holidays. We got the new year coming up. And so that means birthday is coming up. Whoop, whoop. My birthday is New Year's Eve, and I cannot wait.
What you doing for your birthday?
I haven't planned it yet. I'm still kind of piecing it together.
I see.
But New Year's Eve, that's
right.
my day. That's
All
my
right.
day.
That's
Shout out to the owner of Mr. Grind Time Fitness. He's in the studio with me today. John, it is a pleasure for you joining me this morning. But I have to jump to Community in the Rise. We have to put a couple of things out real quick before we get started. So you guys are going to start seeing the Stay Informed, Sign Up, Scan Me flyers going around the city. So this is what the flyers look like. These flyers here, you can actually use your phone's camera and scan this little barcode here. And what it will do is send you directly to the website to stay updated with all information from Highland Park. So you'll be able to receive email updates or text updates from the city of Highland Park. So please make sure that if you see the flyer that you do sign up, because all communication is going to go out that way, especially if there's a case of emergency, if there's any type of program that's available, it will be sent out through those email and text updates. Speaking of programs, so we have the Water Assistance Program from Wayne Metropolitan Community Action Agency. This is specifically for the city of Highland Park. So there is a one-time assistance of $500 per household. They have water saving kits, consumer training classes, and supportive wraparound services. So again, barcodes is popping up everywhere on flyers. So if you need help with your water, you can call 313-388-9799. Again, it's 313-388-9799. They are doing a one-time assistance of $500 per household. To qualify, you have to have residency and responsibility for the water bill here in Highland Park, and you have to have an income at or below 200% of poverty level. Next is the rent and utility assistance. There is the Covet emergency rental assistance. That is for rental, utility, and legal representation. So rental assistance is up to 12 months of back and 3 months of future rent. And their utility assistance includes water, heat, electricity, and sewer. For the city of Highland Park and Detroit, you have to reach out to Detroit Eviction Helpline at 866-313-2520. Again, that is for Detroit, Hamtramck, and Highland Park. If you know anyone that resides in Oakland County, they can reach out to the Community Housing Network. But again, for Highland Park, 866-313-2520. There is another program that is doing rent and mortgage assistance for non-Detroit Wayne County residents. So that means Highland Park. So this is through Matrix Human Services. They are providing assistance up to $1,000. They aren't paying back rent, but they're giving the assistance of $1,000. To actually participate, you have to have a dated and signed lease complete with all pages and a landlord letter with your name, address, move-in date, and specific month being covered and the amount of rent due and the due date. You can reach out to Matrix Human Services at their website. That is the only way to receive the information. So it's www.matrix, M-A-T-R-I-X, humanservices.org. So for those who watch the news and for those who don't watch the news, I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. Michigan is leading the nation in COVID cases. So if you haven't already, please visit the Rec Center or Say Detroit Health Clinic here in the city of Highland Park if you have not been vaccinated. They are asking for those to come out and get vaccinated to help prevent the spread of COVID. There are vaccinations available for ages 5 and up now. The Rec Center is back open. All 3 vaccines are available: Pfizer, Moderna, and J&J. I don't know about that J&J, but but the regular hours resume. You can catch it on Mondays and Wednesdays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that is for the vaccines for ages 5 and up at the Rec Center on Picken. For Say Detroit Health Clinic, they are doing still ages 18 years of age or older. You do have to make an appointment. So to make your appointment, please call 313-758-6100. All right. Last one. Is it the last one? Nope. I got 2 more. All right. So for those who were interested in going back to school, Detroit Reconnect is paying for your education. They are, let's see here, Michelle Cyrus, that's her name. So Michelle Cyrus is the contact for the Detroit Regional Chamber who's petitioning this, which is the Detroit Reconnect. You can choose the best career path, college applications, financial aid support, college transfer planning. So they have a lot of services available for those who want to get back to school. You can contact Michelle Cyrus at 734-210-1003. If you miss any of this information, it will be on the Btg Morning Show Facebook page, so you can always find it there. For those who need meals, you have to follow all 3 steps. I had someone reach out and mention that they did not receive their meal, and it's probably because of a step that was missed. So Help Kitchen, Brilliant Detroit has partnered with them. They are providing food to families in need. You must complete all 3 steps. Number 1, you have to text the word food to 313-488-4321. So that's the first step. So you have to text the word food. Second is you will be linked to a nearby restaurant and given a choice of dates and times to pick up your meals. So once you text the word food, you will receive a link. From those links, you will see a list of dates and times, and then you have to make sure you answer each text. You'll receive a confirmation text with your pickup location when your order is complete. You must confirm your order before you pick up your food. So again, if you need help or you need any type of support, you can call 313-425-7456. And again, this is Help Kitchen that has partnered with Brilliant Detroit. And that is it for the Community on the Rise. I hope that you guys found this information helpful. You can find it on the Btg Morning Show Facebook page. And we are going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to have a conversation with John here from Grind Time Fitness. It's your girl, Keisha B, and we'll be back.
Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at tv33whpr.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Hi, excuse me, do you have anything for paint?
Straight down that aisle.
All right, thank you.
Young lady, this here's what you need.
Ringmaster?
Ringmaster rubbing oil.
How does it work?
By promoting circulation since 1950. Massage it in for best results.
Ringmaster took care of my back pain.
Ringmaster got rid of my knee pain, too.
Wow, it sounds like I'm late to the party. I'll take one.
Find Ringmaster at CVS, Davis Drugs, and other fine stores.
Can I ask you a question? Why'd you get vaccinated?
I'd like to go to these school dances and spring break to have fun.
I want to be in person for college next semester.
I want to get out of this pandemic.
I wanted to protect the people around me.
Why did you get vaccinated?
Because I'm really looking forward to hanging out with my friends.
I just want to go to a show, dance around, not have to worry about anything, feel like I'm free again.
So we can not miss out on the best years of our life.
And welcome back to the Btg Morning Show. I am your host, Keisha B, and we have the owner of Grind Time Fitness here in studio with me today. John, how are you?
I'm doing great. What's up, Keisha?
What's going on, man? It's good to have you here. I've been seeing you all on Instagram, all on TV, all on social media, see you out here doing your thing. And with this month, we're talking about health. I thought it would be a great idea to have you in studio, and we can talk about physical health.
Okay. Well, I'm honored to be here.
Okay, so for those that's watching, what is Grind Time Fitness like? What was your vision behind that?
You know, I started 7 years ago, and to be honest, it was prophesied over me.
Really?
At a church service. Kid you not. This guy, I never met him before. I didn't know him from Adam. He came to preach at our church, and he prophesied that I was going to be exactly what I am right now. And so in that service, there was a young lady who was like, well, can you train me? And at the time, I hadn't trained anybody other than myself. You know what I'm saying? Or probably a couple of my homies or something. But never really for like a profession. I was a cop before I did this.
Really?
Yeah.
Detroit?
So, yeah. So you know, this wasn't even in my radar.
Okay.
But I'm like, all right, well, I start training you. So I started training the young lady, but mind you, I didn't have any resources. So we went outside. So outside, I would train her in the park in Southfield. And that one person turned into 3, into 7, into 12, into 21. And I remember the numbers vividly because when I got 21 people, I'm like, okay, I got 21 women, black women at that. And you know, black women don't play about their hair.
No,
right?
we don't.
So I got black women showing up outside to work out for 5 days, 21 of them. I'm like, all right, cool.
That's
so
good.
This got to be something else. So then I started really asking myself, like, all right, is this really for real? Can I actually be a gym owner for real, for real? So I saved up some money and I tried. And where I am now is the product of me trying, and I still try every day.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
People don't understand the power of a word. See, we ain't gonna turn this into no church service. But what I'm doing as far as media was prophesied into my life as well. See, nothing can happen unless it comes out the mouth of the prophet. And so for him to be able to release that into your life was awesome. So you train people. And so would you consider yourself a physical trainer, or what title would you give yourself?
Man, it's like you would have to come to my gym or be a part of my training sessions to understand. But I get people who come to me to change their bodies, but when they get to me, I change their minds more so about how they change their bodies. So when a person starts with me, most times they finish, you know. And when it comes to something like this, I know you've seen, or you probably yourself have started something, but it's hard to stay focused.
Ooh, tell me
you know
about
what I'm saying? It's easy to get motivated for a second to sign up for something off impulse, but to actually see something through is totally different. But when people get to me, that's when I start doing the mental work with a person to kind of talk to them about, okay, before we start talking about your emotional eating, let's talk about your emotions.
Gotcha.
Let's address that. And then we can get to the root of the problem, and then we can fix the symptom, because the symptom is emotional eating. But most times it's deeper, it's more deeply rooted in something else. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I train people. I'm not one of them drill sergeants. My training classes are tough because they're designed to be worth it, not easy. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to be challenging. Ooh. But the cool thing is everybody can do their own thing their own way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lay out the structure, but everybody can do it at their own strength level.
Okay.
So you would have to come see it to be a part of it. But it's multi-generational. So I got everybody from senior citizens. My eldest member is in her 80s.
Really?
Yes. And she's down 13 pounds. Her name is Miss Emma.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm about to post her today. But
wow,
all the way down to
awesome.
children. Yeah, we got babies in there that work out next to their parents. So it's fly. It's fly.
Wow. So where is your gym located?
I'm 7 Mile in Wyoming, 18451 to be exact.
Okay.
Right near Pickford in Wyoming on the northwest side.
I know exactly where it's at. I pass by it every day.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So why, in your opinion, when it comes to physical activity, like, why is it beneficial for a person to stay physical, to stay active, especially nowadays?
Well, I think if you're waking up every single day right now and you're not doing anything physically, then you got some problems. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you waking up right now and you got the ability to breathe on your own, move on your own volition, and you just choosing to still be lazy, we got a problem.
Okay.
Because it's people, and I'm just going to be frank if I can. There are people who wish they could just breathe. You get what I'm saying? It's people right now, like, that's just wishing they could breathe. You understand what I'm saying? So if that's in your power to do, then you owe it to yourself to get up and do it. And that's how I truly feel.
Gotcha. So is there, for those who struggle, because you did hit on something as far as it being a mental thing, and there's, we have our thoughts and our ways behind the things that we do. For those who struggle on a day-to-day basis of, okay, there got to be consistency. You have to continue to, I'm guessing, eat right? Changing your eating habits. How can someone break down that barrier to focus in on becoming better physically?
I think it's just you wanting to. Here's what I've learned about people. It's not the ability that we lack. It's the accountability.
Ooh.
And the only thing that we're accountable to is what we make important enough to apply accountability for.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I give you a example, because people have a problem with their motivation, you know, and they think that motivation is the driving force behind change, and it's not.
Okay.
Discipline is. And discipline has never been fun, if you will. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got to look at it this way. You have days where you wake up and you don't feel like going to work.
I kind of like my job.
Oh, you like your job. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Sometimes when we wake up in the morning, we don't feel like it every day.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But despite what you may feel like, you get up and go. Why? Because if you don't, well, you ain't going to have no job. It's consequences. Right. So automatically, no matter how much we want to lay in that bed at that moment, we go against the grain of ourselves to do what needs to be done because of how important it is to us. Eating right and working out is the same way. You just got to make it important to you like you would make that important to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
okay. So is there a difference between like exercise, physical activity, and fitness, or are they all the same?
here's my take. I think there's a certain thing of physical fitness. I believe in physical fitness, but then I also believe that you can be physically fit and then mentally out of shape.
Okay.
Especially now.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like with everything going on, people done lost people. You know, people are still grieving.
Yes.
People are still going through mental challenges. People are still angry that they lost their job because they didn't want to get the vaccine. Everybody's going through something.
Right.
So when I think of the scope of physical wellness, I'm looking at the full scope of a person.
Okay.
You know, a person who's got their body in shape, their mind in shape, their emotions, their emotional health in shape, and then their money in shape. Because it'd be a shame for you to be, you know, nicely shaped, but your credit score is shot.
Ooh, talk about
You
it.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so I think that we should enhance our scope of what we view as actually being physically and or fully well. Let me say it like that.
Okay. So in your opinion, because we hit on something right before the show started, and we talked about COVID and the effects. And can you elaborate on that, on how it shifted and changed your thought process on what physical health is?
I'm very in tune with my members. Like a lot of them, like my sisters and my brothers, you know, and there were people who came to me before, and then when they came back to me, they weren't the same.
Gotcha.
They weren't the same. And I saw people who were once like bright and happy, but then when COVID happened, you know, they lost their grandma, or they might have lost their mom, or they might have lost their spouse.
Right.
And then they just started looking different. And so it put a challenge and a demand on what I do, because I would hate for a person to just be physically fit and then emotionally and mentally going home dealing and battling with depression.
Okay.
So I felt like the call for there to be someone to go after mental health as well as physical health, as well as emotional health, as well as financial health, and then to also bring somebody in to teach self-defense to a lot of the women. I got a lot of women over the years that I've seen that have been in domestic violence situations, or have distanced themselves, but they still scared. So we teach them CPL firearm training, so they can train themselves in that. But then also next year we're going to be teaching them how to defend themselves as well. So I believe that this is just a new wave of what needs to be done.
Okay. So we have a lot of seniors, right? Especially in Highland Park.
Okay.
What's some things that seniors can do to better their physical health? Because a lot of them can't get out. Some of them are restricted as far as like their diets and things that they can eat. Some of them don't even have family. So what's some things that they can do to remain physically active or maintain a good physical health?
You know, I feel for our seniors because, you know, I feel like they need to move as much as possible. It's not good for our seniors to be sedentary, because that's when things kind of go left.
Right.
You know, I do think that there also needs to be a concern just for what's going on. So I understand that person who might be a senior citizen who wants to move around, wants to do a little bit more physically, but still may have some underlying conditions, who might be nervous.
Right.
You know, so next year I'll be doing like some virtual training, just tailored towards our senior community.
That's
to where
awesome.
there'll be like chair exercises and stuff that we can do in the home. But until then, sitting down in a chair and then standing back up. Do you get what I'm saying? As many times as you possibly can as a senior citizen. Everybody got different challenges,
Right.
you know, but overall, just trying to move as much as possible is what I'm saying. Like even if it's walking up, you know, and down the hallway at your senior living community or something like that.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, because I know that a lot of seniors do have issues with their mobility. And I know from personal experience watching my grandmother go through her steps, and she lost a lot of her mobility when she lost her leg, but she maintained, and she would still be active because she had physical therapy. But there's a lot of seniors in those situations, and so I just wanted to see what would be good for them, you know, because I do have a lot of seniors that watch the show. Shout out. Thank you.
What's up, seniors?
So when it comes to your physical activity, right? I know me, I need to get back on my A game. I was living down in Georgia and I lost my weight. You know, I was doing good, but when I got back up here, my eating habits shifted and it was all bad because all my family is here. But I know that for me personally, I do have my moments where if I feel a certain type of way, I'm going to go get my Twix. I'm going to go get my ice cream, you know, but for me,
right.
How would you say that I need to attack that
Well, you
issue?
just hit the nail on the head. You eat Twix because you feel like it, right? and it's not just it's not just you. Most times we eat something we shouldn't, or we drink something we shouldn't. It's because we feel like it. Now, here's the thing. Remember, I gave you that analogy when you don't feel like going to work.
Right.
You wake up and you go. You know what I'm saying? Despite how you may feel, because if you don't, you're gonna lose your job. So it's that same concept that you apply to your eating. You got to go against the grain of yourself. And when you feel like going left, most times just because you got to go right. You know what I'm saying? So just in that moment, just practice restraint.
Okay.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I was having this conversation with my clients the other day, and we talked about self-discipline and how we build it over time. And the way we build it is not by psyching ourselves up to believe that this is the last time I'm ever going to eat candy or sweets or drink or anything. It don't happen like that.
Right.
You know, you have to practice restraint over time, and you just get better and better at restraint.
Right.
I gave them an example. I say, if I'm dating a woman and she brings me red velvet cupcakes. Red velvet is my favorite thing, by the way. So that's why I use that analogy.
All right, gotcha.
So let's say she bring me red velvet cupcakes, right? And she sits them on the kitchen table. Well, the first day I have to walk past those, it's going to be tough.
Right.
Right? Second day, it's going to be a little bit easier because I resisted yesterday.
First time. Right.
Third day, easier. Fourth day, easier. 2 weeks down the line, I go, and it's not even hard anymore, because I've built up a resistance mechanism over time for those cupcakes or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You understand? Now, here's the thing. In a couple weeks, when I look in the mirror or I get on the scale, I see the product of my discipline and restraint. So then restraint doesn't feel like a prison sentence. It actually feels like a reward, because now I've bumped into the fruit of my discipline. And then that's when you apply discipline. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So over time, you just got to build that within yourself.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess I got to do that. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to dive a little bit more into physical health. And thank you again, John, for being here. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to the Btg Morning Show. It's your girl Keisha B, and I am in the studio with John, the owner of Grind Time Fitness, and we're having a discussion today about physical health, physical activity, exercise, fitness. We've talked about COVID, and it's been an interesting show. If you have not watched it from the beginning, it will be posted online later on today on the YouTube page for Btg Morning Show. All right, so there's a question that I have for you, right? Okay. And it's something that I kind of came across because I started doing a little bit of research myself. Is there anything special or different about health in African American families versus others?
What do you mean?
Because I know that for some of us, our families tend to deal with a lot of different health issues outside of, like heart conditions is real big here in the African American communities. So what are is there anything special or different that we need to do as far as physical health, our activity, our fitness? Is there anything specific that we should be doing as a community to stay better as far as our physical health?
Yes, it's a lot of things we can do. It's a lot of things we can do. Let me just say this. The underlying cause of all of that is obesity.
Okay.
Obesity is the root foundational cause for a lot of the challenges that, African Americans are dying from. But they stem from the way we eat. The way we eat is not just right now, it's the way we were taught as children.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
I have to unpack it this way so it makes sense. The way we train our children on how to eat and what kind of activity they should be getting, it translates when they get older. And either they grow into a lazy individual who doesn't do anything, or they turn into someone who values what they put in their body. But it has to be taught at a young age, I believe. While a person is still, while they're still building the character of who they are. Okay. So I got a 10-year-old son, right? His name is Houston. Houston understands that every morning we wake up, we work out.
That's good.
We work out.
That's good.
And then I monitor his water intake every time he with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not the dad that's just going to let you have, cake and cookies. I don't even got no cookies in my house. It's not one cookie in my house.
That's good.
You understand?
Good. That's
because
good.
The thing is, they kids, but they're not going to be kids forever. And kids can still get diabetes.
That's right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like we just have to do a better job with the way we train our children. We can't make health and fitness optional for them. They don't pay no bills. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he don't want to work out. What you mean he don't want to? He don't got an opinion right now. He's 8.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the start of it. But then as we get older, a lot of those traits and habits, you just going to finish the whole plate of food despite being full. You're going to take a whole nother plate home after Thanksgiving when you ate a whole bunch of stuff you didn't need. But I can either tell you or your doctor can tell you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But somebody going to tell you that that's not the way. It's not a good long-term solution. So in as much as the numbers are staggering for African Americans and how the fork is killing us. Not gun violence, not car crashes, not plane crashes. It's our fork.
Right, yeah.
That's really it. That's what we need to do.
Okay, so do we have to exercise every day? Like, is there for, because, again, that discipline, right? So is there a certain type of regimen? Do I have to exercise every day? Can I just change my eating habits and do well?
Yeah. So you can change your eating habits and start to see a physical change. but then there's building strength on top of that.
Okay.
Now, generally, I'll tell a person to work out 4 to 5 days a week, right? And here's the thing. The way I break mine down, when you come to the gym, one day we do arms and only arms. But when I work your arms out, I work your arms out extensively. You get what I'm saying? Then the next day we work a total different body part that's not sore, because your arm's going to be sore.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But let me tell you, the soreness, you can't be afraid of that, because what that is actually your muscle fibers healing up in the lean muscle tissue. Every time you work out, you tear these muscle fibers if you work out correctly. But then the next day, you know, your muscle fibers start trying to heal up, and that's what soreness is. So you want to tone up, you got to be willing to go through that soreness phase. And I'm still sore. You know what I'm saying? So don't be nervous about it. But, you know, it's all about how you plan it out. 4 to 5 days a week. And here's the other thing. I don't just work out for my physical health. I work out for my mental and emotional health. I feel like every time I wake up, you know, I should be going through something adverse. You got to put your body through something strenuous, because on the other end of your front door, you got challenges, you got obstacles, you got to take care of business. And, you know, if you kind of put yourself through the ringer before you face all that, you'll deal with that a lot easier. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. So.
It does. It does. That's good. Man, you turned this into a whole church service.
Sorry. My bad.
It's all right, because it's good, though. It's good information.
Yeah.
And it's something that we need to talk about, especially amongst our own community, because we lack in that area.
Yeah.
We don't have the discipline to push through. We don't have the accountability. And I was just telling somebody, I said, you know what? When I was down south, I was doing really, really good. Like, I was doing really good.
Had a routine.
Yeah,
I
did.
Schedule.
I had a
ate
schedule.
At the same time. You went to the gym at the same time.
Well, I didn't eat at the same time, but my eating habits shifted and changed. And I started doing smoothies in the morning. I have like a holistic doctor.
Understood.
So Dr. Kimmy, she had me on my vitamins. I popped my capsules, throw it in my smoothies.
Right.
I would have my rice cakes, and then there's Stone Mountain. I would hike Stone Mountain. I died every time, but I would make it to the top, you know. But coming back here, because the atmosphere is different, I don't have a mountain to hike. I don't have like a lot of my stuff here. You know, I'm not in my own space here, because I still have a spot down in Georgia. So it's been challenging for myself, to say the least. And that accountability for me, you know, I know I struggle with that here. Down there, I didn't.
Can I tell you something?
What?
That's not uncommon.
Okay.
All right. So don't feel bad. I was talking to my clients about this 2 weeks ago, and we were talking about vacations. One of the leading causes of people giving up with me is when they go on vacation. It changes their normalcy. When your normalcy is shifted, and it could be anything. You could go through a bad breakup, you know, and that will change like how you looking at life. And then all of a sudden I don't feel like going to the gym today because I feel like I need to cry. I'm gonna lay in the bed and eat. You get what I'm saying? And then you try to run back to what makes you feel good.
Right.
And you want to eat what makes you feel good, and you want to drink what makes you feel good.
Right.
You go. So it's a lot of things. When people go on vacation, their normalcy is changed. They ain't got a meal prep. They ain't got to be to work. They don't have to do nothing, and they just emotionally unravel, which they should, because it's vacation. But the problem is when the vacation is over and they still eating like they in Tulum. But the problem is we in Detroit now, but you still eating like you in Tulum. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When our normalcy shifts, you know, that can kind of throw us out of whack. But the good news is you can establish a new rhythm. You just have to do it from here, from where you are right now, with what you have, where you are physically, with everything that you got right now, because you can't go backward. So when you were focused back then, that doesn't serve you now. But what you can do is remind yourself that since I did it then, I can do it again. But I just have to do it from a different place, a different way. You ain't got no mountain, but LA Fitness right over there on Telegraph and 12 Mile. You can go there and hike up the incline on the treadmill.
Right.
And just close your eyeballs and just imagine that you're on a mountain. You get what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do, you just got to get it done, because we can take a break from fitness, but the need for fitness doesn't take a break from us. You get what I'm saying? So we think that there's some neutrality in life when it comes to our health, where if I just feel like not working out today, it's all good. When I'm ready to pick it back up, I'll be able to pick it back up. And it's like, no. It don't. You know, so you just got to get back on it, because every day it gets harder. Our metabolism slows down every day that we're on this earth. And it's going to be harder for you to lose it in 2 years than it is right now. So if you're going to get fitness, if you're going to do it, you better come on. Hear me. Here I go.
Look, you see this? I'm being drilled right now. Like you better come on.
Yeah,
like we
real,
ain't got
man.
time.
No, man.
But he's telling the truth because Lord, that 40 is right there. Like
it's okay. You can start right where you are. Like I told you, I got like Miss Emma, and I'm not going to tell you her age, but she's older than 80, right? And she comes to my gym, and she's a senior citizen, so she can't do the jumping and the squatting and the running and all the stuff that the other people can do. But I designed her a program just for her. So she sits down, but she's still working. She's just working at her pace and at her level. She down 13 pounds with me, and she only been with me for 4 weeks.
4 weeks?
She only been with me for 4 weeks. It don't take me long because when a person come to me, I change their eating on day one. We go over your eating. I weigh you in. I measure you. It's a full thing. Like,
gotcha.
So yeah, it works. It's like a GPS. Once I figure out what a person is and where they trying to go, I can give them a straight shot. But if a person taking detours, then that take a little longer. But if you come in, you start, and you just do everything I say, it don't take me long to get the weight off of you.
You see, it's not. I'm gonna start stuttering. It's not the weight for me. It's more or less like the toning. And so like that's my goal is to tone up and to be better physically. So you
can do it. You can do it. You can do it, man.
Woo.
Are you nervous about being sore or what?
You know what? It's not that. Because all right, so back in my 20s, in my heydays, I was really like in fit, especially when I went to college. Like I went to EMU, so I was always at the gym, weight training, even in high school, weight training. And it was, I think now for me, it's like, okay, when do I find the time to actually do it? Because between the city, dealing with the city, between I'm an insurance broker as well, between, me running my own business as far as my radio. So it's like time.
Yeah. You got 30 minutes you can squeeze out a day?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You got time.
Well, I guess it is that simple. he just put it out there like that.
See, see, let me tell you. If I tell my clients this as well. I say, how many of y'all struggle with getting to work on time? And they raise their hands. So I can't get there because I got my kids. I got to drop my kids off at school, and I can't. I say, what time you supposed to be there? 8 o'clock? What time you normally get there? 8:16? I said, well, you can't never get there on time? She said, no. I said, anybody else feel like her? And everybody like, yeah, I kind of feel like that sometimes. There's not enough time. I said, okay, cool. I said, now, what if I told you that if you come to work on time, you got to get to work at 7:59 every day for a month, and I'm going to give you $1 million cash at the end of the month? Well, then it becomes a lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But why? Can I tell you why? Because of the reward factor that I've built in my mind.
Gotcha.
Now, all of a sudden, no matter come hell or high water, I'm getting to work at 7:59.
Right.
Because in 30 days, somebody's giving me $1 million cash.
Right.
That right there lets us know that if we just apply a little bit more discipline or try a little harder, if you create the reward factor within yourself, it may not be $1 million cash, but it's got to be something that you create within you to make it more important. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense. Man, like I guess I never even thought about it that way. Because you're right. You will sacrifice and do whatever it is you need to do, whether it's going to bed early, whether it's getting up an extra half hour earlier.
I sleep at the job. I just spend the night there for $1 million. Where you at? On my way to work. At 3 in the morning? Yes. Yes.
All right. So let me ask you. So they say that some physical activity can be used to kind of help treat like different diseases or to help regulate, like your blood pressure and whatnot. What do you think about that? Do you think that that's true, that it holds ground?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the ground. Like blood pressure medication, and I'm going to be teaching on this in a couple weeks to my classes about blood pressure, what it is and why it's important to monitor it. But all of that is a product of the way we eat. And when we take blood pressure medications or, diabetic medication, it's to put a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound, if you will. You know, that's
That's
really
a
what
way
we're
of
doing,
thinking
because you're
about
not
it.
fixing the real problem.
Mm-hmm.
You're covering it up, and most times people who taking that medication, they taking it because they keep eating Doritos and everything for lunch all the time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then rather than like coming off of that medication because of just clean eating, we rather just cover up our gunshot wounds with Band-Aids and live like that. So you tied to a pill bottle because you won't stop eating everything at the table. It's counterintuitive.
Ooh.
It's crazy.
All right, so I know some of my viewers are probably taking this to heart, and it's probably piercing because it's piercing me too.
And
I'm not
okay.
on any.
It's okay, and you don't have to be.
Yeah, and but see, it's the hard truth,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the hard truth, and it's what we need to hear, and sometimes tough love. That's it. This is all it is. It's tough love, but that pierced me because I know for myself since I've been here, I've been eating all kind of junk. I've been hitting Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday? Where?
I got a restaurant in on Burners, 7400.
Location that you actually go to on certain days.
7400 West Burner. They got the best quesadilla tacos ever.
Man, really?
I got some in the car because I went last.
So you got some in your car right now. There are tacos in your car as we speak. We're gonna throw those out.
Man, but I just got them yesterday. So, but
we're gonna throw those out today, and I want to see a video of you throwing them out. No, I appreciate your honesty, for real talk.
No, for real, because I know for me, I don't have a problem putting myself out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tell the truth, shame the devil. So it's
Same
like
here.
I've been, Taco Tuesday, Condados, another taco joint.
Condados is good,
man.
And here's the thing: it's not that you won't ever be able to enjoy food. I hate when people think like to get healthy, I gotta, cram myself and never eat anything again. No, that's not the thing. But my brother told me this. He gave me good advice years ago, and it stuck with me. He said, whatever you do, just don't let it master you. Always make sure that you're mastering it. And I go for everything from my business. My business don't master me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to enjoy a drink or something, that's cool. Just make sure that you can take a drink without a drink taking you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Practice moderation is what I'm getting at.
Right.
Be able to enjoy your life, but you can't enjoy money until you save it up.
That's true.
Right? You can't enjoy like a glass of whatever you want to have until we qualify for that. Right. But if you've been doing that, we need to stop for a second. You know what I'm saying? Not you per se. I'm saying like everybody.
I'm just saying like I've been hitting Taco Tuesday every week
it's okay.
For like 5 weeks straight. But it's all right.
Not 5 weeks. Oh my God, they know you by name. They know
what
you want and everything.
They know me. They already know. I'm getting my quesadillas. I'm getting my my sauce. I'm getting everything. I need my avocado sauce.
You got a whole little elaborate thing that you do, don't you?
I do.
You sit the sauce over here when you.
Hey, I have the whole setup. I already know. Like I see it now because I got some in the car. So I was just there last night, and it's I have it strategically placed.
Understood.
However, I do know that I need to cut back. I do know. I do know. But speaking of cutting back, right? Cheat days is that a thing or no?
Yeah, and I think it's levels to this.
Okay.
If you don't qualify for a day yet, I don't see you having a cheap meal being a problem. But here's the thing. If you know you're not strong enough yet to have a cheat meal without turning that cheat meal into a cheat month, then you don't need to cheat. You need to stay faithful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there it is some validity to the notion that if you try something for 21 days, then it can become a habit, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just you practicing something every day. It's also you practicing something every day until you see the fruit of it. You get what I'm saying? If you eat right, stay focused, stay on your water, stay in the gym 3-4 days a week, and then you do that for 21 days, and it becomes a routine, number one, but then you bump into the product of the routine. And then the routine starts to become rewarding to you. But it's not rewarding on day one. But people never get to day 90, day 120 because they scared of day one. And that's not just a physical thing. That's business. People could have started their businesses years ago, but they didn't because they got scared at day one. What's it going to be like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
Can I handle it?
Am I gonna be able to see it through? Do
Right.
I actually want to see it through? It's like, nah, man, you got to just start where you are. And then here's the thing. Every day, you got to start where you are. This morning, I woke up and I worked out virtually with my clients. We did 230 mountain climbers, and then we did 8 1-minute sets of planks, right? I started where I am. Now I'm going to go to the gym and work out again later on today. But when I work out, I'm going to work out from where I am. And I'm going to do the best I can today. And then tomorrow, I'm going to do it again.
Whew. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. On that note, we're going to take a quick break. It's your girl, Keisha B. You are watching the Btg Morning Show. And when we come back, we're going to close out.
Not only can you listen, you can watch. 107.3 WVIE, Virgin Islands. Have your own show and be seen and heard in the Virgin Islands, Detroit, and worldwide. RadioWeCanSee.com, a Watkins Broadcasting Company. Block time is available. Call now, 313-868-6612.
I'm joined today by Maureen Taylor and Louis Pisker to let you know about a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office.
Do you know someone, family or friends, that need help with finances? Do you know people having trouble making ends meet, especially with property taxes or other payments? The Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help. Treasurer Sabri invites you to visit the new Financial Empowerment Center, 400 Monroe, on the 5th floor in downtown Detroit.
We've partnered with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office and the City of Detroit to provide free one-on-one financial counseling to help you address problems related to utility bills, property or income taxes, credit repair, and other financial matters. Our professional counselors can also help you plan your monthly budget and increase your credit score.
This service is available to all Wayne County residents. For free and private financial counseling, contact the center at 313-322-6222 and make an appointment today.
Welcome back to the Btg Morning Show. I am your host, Keisha B, and I have the owner of Grind Time Fitness here. And if you missed today's show, I'm so sorry, but you can find it on the Btg Morning Show Facebook page, and you can follow us on social media and whatnot to find any information that was released this morning. But John, I know that we have to close out. How can people get in contact with you?
Well, if you want to join a gym, go to grindtimefitnessllc.com. Again, that's grindtimefitnessllc.com. Go there, hit the join button if you're a new member. If you're a returning member, hit the renew button. And then when you go through all of those sign up prompts, my team sends you your waiver and everything, and you come into whatever class suits you best. Right now, I'm doing a 9 a.m. class. I got a 5 p.m. class and a 7 p.m. class, and that's Monday through Friday. Awesome. And again, for my beginners, don't be nervous because Everything is broken down by body part. So Monday is just cardio and cardio only. Tuesday is arms, because your leg is going to be sore from what we do on Monday.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So everything is done in a way that no matter where you are physically, you can do it to the best of your ability and you'll be fine. All right. But right now, it's $300 for 3 months of unlimited training, and you get your meal plan with that. So I give you what to eat, how to cook it, and when to eat it to get your body where you want it. Yeah, we do everything. We give you a comprehensive plan on your first day from where you are. As soon as you walk in the door, you get weighed in. We start your measurement tracking, and we do so every 2 weeks, so I can make sure that you're progressing at the rate that I expect you to.
Wow.
So
all right,
it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. So looks like I'm gonna end up joining Grind Time Fitness, y'all, because I got to get myself back right. Look, Taco Tuesday been taking an effect on me. But it's your girl Keisha B. I hate to go, but I have to. I will catch you guys next Monday at 8 a.m. on the BTG Morning Show. It's your girl Keisha B, and I'm out. Peace.